How's it going, everybody? We're back with another Ultra Watch and Review. I'm Showa Guy Joe. That is.
Tafari TV.
We're back. We're going to talk about giant yellow bugs fighting Ultraman because it's nonstop this weekend. Or nonstop this week. And as you can already tell, it's been a week for me if I'm already hoping to God it's the weekend. Yeah.
So did the dude die last episode, or was he just being dramatic?
Oh, he dead.
Oh, okay.
No, he is dead. Zangil is dead. Can confirm because they actually make mentions like in his passing, he gave us the tools where now the defense fort. Well, we'll see in this episode. We'll just
Okay.
go ahead and run
I
it.
was fully expecting once they showed that they were in two locations and outnumbered, he's just gonna be found dead or going out in a blaze of glory. Instead, he just slumped over on the couch.
Passes peacefully in front of them and disappears.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Japanese one this time, so we will get commercials and everything. I will try to avoid that. So far, what we know, this is about a week later, and Ultraman has been fighting against the generic bug monsters. These are like the constant forces of Hellnarak who have been constantly spawning for a full week.
Can we not just step on the eggs?
No, they are kaiju sized immediately. But this is what Zangil gave them. They now the GDF, the Global Defense Force, now has that sound he makes with his sword to where they can use these amplifier things to make them immediately corporeal.
Right. So they can't be. So he can actually hit them and not phase through them.
Yes.
But this thing has just been spawning monsters nonstop.
Yes, but we actually have an effective military in this world. We keep forgetting.
How useful is everybody else right now? That's the real question.
It's again, Ultraman is one of the very few shows where they actually have a very. I forgot how he even did that, but okay. Oh right, the blade.
I think you just did a Tempest kick from One Piece.
I guess. He's got to go purple or he times out, I guess. So yeah, so it's just, so as I was saying, though, Ultraman is one of the very few series where they have a constant military presence, and the military presence is competent, which is very unusual in a lot of tokusatsu. Usually, the reason we have these superheroes because what they're facing is normally beyond more standard military or police convention.
Destructo Disc.
It's just Destructo Disc. You're not wrong. I was literally just about to say that. It's just Destructo Disc.
Are the eggs corporeal though? Can Ultraman not
No,
just
the
go?
eggs are not corporeal.
Can't Ultraman just go stomping those out before they hatch?
No, apparently Japan is at least polite enough for the monsters to be born before making them able to be defeated.
Jeez, of course.
I actually want one of the Spark dolls just to say I got one. And I had my chance when I was in New York, but I never looked up where the show where the oh no wait, not there. I was in when I was in Japan, but I don't remember who was Ultraman in 2012. This is the Blu-ray announcement. There we go. We're back into it. You can also tell we're getting towards the end of the series because now the team's really starting to question where's Yumo during all these things.
It's the fact he went this long with them never asking that question.
It's not uncommon. Like now he's just blaming it on a weak bladder at this point or stomach issues, a la Mr. Satan of, oh, my stomach hurts. I gotta go use the restroom. But a lot of the times, no, they don't figure out he's Ultraman until like the final episode. And in some cases, they don't find out till the movie. But no, these are some of the episodes. We're at that point where like it's becoming enough of a thing where the other members of the team are like, where is he during stuff? Now she was talking about the Defense Force idea that they got going on. More commercials.
Yay.
Emotes for the phone.
Just like stickers you can save or what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
The card game promo. There we go. Back to the episode. Nearly outs himself right now.
Mhm.
Once again to Shu. His Shu yells, Ultraman Arc, and Yuma's like, I can explain. So she was just talking to him. It's like, hey, here's what we got going on. Here's the general idea. What do you think? So they also talk about the new form and his new abilities because it has to do with like portals and some of the energy that the portals use can possibly used if he transfers the energy from the portals to this machine, it can potentially seal up the tear in the dimensional portal, the dimensional tear,
So yeah, he's basically
because it works
turned.
on the same fundamental basis.
He's like Janemba from what Fusion Reborn.
Yes. But now Bond asks the real questions like, yeah, but how do we communicate with him to get him to do this? So this is the thing that's going to supposedly close the portal down. And the idea they're asking is, well, we're going to ask Ultraman to go into galaxy form and then use this portal energy, dump portal energy into the device so that we can redirect its energy, and direct it into the portal.
Okay.
He's like, oh, hey, that'll work. But Bond brings up, is like, but how do we ask Ultraman, and how do we find him? Yubi's like, well, we're friends. You'll listen to me.
Are they?
Yes, they are literally going over their own scenarios of how they will ask Ultraman to do this task.
Okay, because I was like, all right, when did this happen?
Bond just thinks maybe we just gestured to him. Also, take note that Bond is married.
Really?
Yeah, look at his hand.
I like they all imagine themselves in the exact same like tuft of grass.
Yes. I like that Newman's like, why don't you just try asking him normally? Which Rin's like, oh yeah, right. He eavesdropped on us that one time on the roof while we were on the roof during that one of the night fights. Nearly said knife. Then they point out the other big flaw of this, like, we don't know how to actually get in contact with Ultraman. He only just shows up whenever there's a monster to fight. We have no actual line of communication to summon him.
I mean, just wait for another egg to hatch, and there you go.
So now they're all thinking of a way to do it, and they've come up with the idea of, well, we have the sound system available to us. We can mimic a monster call, the sound of a monster actually attacking, and then Ultraman will come to us. Thank God for Yuma just being there. It's like, all right, so I need to do this at exactly this point.
Ultraman.
Six Ultra Brothers, the live show. There we go. This is what we need. This is what I need.
These Ultraman eyes lights or what?
Yeah, they're like the personal light timers.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because that was shaped just like the chess piece.
Yep. It's a wrist device.
Oh, you can wear it like a watch. No kind of HUD or display though. You just wonder how you even program it.
Wear that around work when it starts flashing red. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on break.
It's not a bad way to do it.
Promoting the new card game that's out. I don't know if Bandai's producing this or not. And then monster cards. I mean, I'd play it, but I don't think it's ever gonna like come over to us in Nashville. I know one of the card
Is it
companies.
mostly just like a Eastern fan base over there for this?
No, it's an international release, but I don't just like people are too set in their ways in card games in Nashville to play Ultraman. I think a lot of people are wanting to play the Gundam game, more card game when it re-releases.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
UP still wants to try. Here is a thoroughly written letter to Ultraman explaining the whole situation. I love Rin's face over because she's like, dude, what the hell?
Man, at this point, whatever works.
So UP's being used to mimic the monster sound.
Was it trying to like falsely bring him into? Why is she like dancing with it?
I have no idea why.
Put your hips,
It's like he's projecting it.
like put your hips into it.
Yep. I like that Ultraman is actually okay with this.
Just go along with it.
Well, I mean, remember the last time, like, they tried to do this, like, he just didn't show up because, like, no, it's not an emergency. Like, call me in case of emergency.
Y'all rang. All right, bodies on the clock. Get to the point.
Ren doesn't have the letter because Yuma didn't give it to her. So UP is like, all right, well, I'm going to go out there and dance for him. And there goes Bon. I'm just like, oh, God.
Is he actually paying attention to him, or is he just gonna do the thing they already need him to do?
I think he's humoring them and listening to them.
Hey, one at a time, people. Relax.
Ooh, actually, this is a fun monster. This was the first monster they used last season.
Was it just sent into another dimension and now it's coming back, or same
No,
monster?
like this was the very first monster in the first episode of Blazar,
Okay.
where it was like it was a much more mature fight than what we're getting now. Uh, Many people did not make it through that fight.
Jesus, it's just the Starting off as a tussle in the dirt.
Yep. Rolling Sabat.
Did you just spin kick him?
He did do a rolling Sabat, yes.
Piccolo would be proud.
Judo flip.
Much better than Paul versus Tyson.
Anything is.
The fight before with the girls, they were filming Creed 4 out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that shit got robbed.
I think so, too. By the way, Creed 4 actually did happen in comic book form.
Really?
And it is about his daughter doing a women's fight with Clubber Lang's granddaughter.
So I figured they were going to do some form of it. I was kind of hoping for possible. I feel like we're getting set up for a lot of spin-offs between that and Bad Boys.
Oh, cool. He's charging the thing.
Kind of busy over here. Can you wait like 5 seconds?
Portals.
Janimba.
Healed.
Sir, I will fight you in a minute. I am talking to my friends.
Sir, I am charging my attack.
Do 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 do. Charge it.
My attack. Swap to blue.
Gee, he is just getting violenter by the minute. With great outfits comes great evisceration. Now drop that.
Pretty much.
You getting bigger? Did we make it worse?
No, they were starting to close it. Hellnarak's starting to come through.
So do we need to just shoot it with more energy or what?
Now Ultraman's gonna isekai himself.
Have fun in the Phantom Zone. Tell Speedy we said hi, or not if he was actually really there.
So he's in another world in Hoshimoto City. He's in a different Hoshimoto City. And there is Hellnarak.
Getting a slight Starro vibe here.
A little bit. Actually, you know what it really reminds me of? A monster from. Oh, here is how competent Earth's Defense Force is in Blazar's world. They handmade a kaiju Godzilla.
Let's say so straight up Mecha Godzilla with more guns.
Yes, this is called Earth Giron Mark III. Using a rail cannon and laser turrets. No, it kind of reminds me of Twilight Princess monsters.
Kinda, yeah. Getting Zelda dungeon boss fight. Okay, so this is single-handedly creating all the other kaijus.
Yes. And here is Shu from Another World.
More battle tested, couldn't cure that astigmatism.
And here's Unga Bunga Caveman Ultraman for the big team up. Because Blazar doesn't use beams and shields. He just makes a giant energy javelin and throws it into you.
So every Ultraman basically gets to meet two other Ultraman at some point.
Sometimes one more, sometimes two more. Nope, that's this week's episode. I enjoy it. It starts in asking bigger questions like the team's starting to notice things. How do we actually get in contact with them? What does the main boss look like? Is he the main boss because we're only on episode 18, so we got 6 more episodes with him, or is there something bigger?
That's what I'm like. It feels like we're a little late to be asking these bigger questions that you want to wrap up very soon, unless we have like a last 2-3 episode arc that'll wrap all of it up, or end the show and Demon Slayer us into a bigger project.
Now, we're not going to be jumping 120 years into the future like Demon Slayer did, but
Well, not like that part of the end, but as far as just hey, the show, this is the last episode. You want to see the final fights? Catch the film.
oh no, like, well, yeah, to catch the film is usually like the wrap up of something big happens and like other things, but like a lot of the times, Ultraman, either the dude just flat out tells them that they are Ultraman, or like for example in Taiga, everyone by the midpoint of the series, he wasn't fooling anybody. They just went along with it so they wouldn't worry him.
That's one way to do it.
It's like, oh no, dude, we knew you were Taiga. It's just you worked so hard to keep the secret identity. We didn't want to like make you sad.
That's hilarious.
You were turning into 3 Ultramen. We knew, and you were constantly running away. Plus, the dude over here is also an alien. He could sense that there was something different about you the whole time. And then, like I said, for example, in Ultraman Blazar, the team did not realize he was an Ultraman till the movie. Which I need to see if that's been able to be acquired.
I'm curious how they end up getting him home though, because trying to tell that story in just one episode, especially now that the clock is kind of ticking, or if we just have to kill the monster in this universe and that fixes all the problems everywhere, because God forbid this is just spitting demons into every other Ultraverse possibly.
Hard to say. It really is. But we'll get that next time. So a couple announcements. We will probably take next week off and do a doubleheader because it's the holidays. We're also doing the same with the Get Bit podcast. So episode this week, no episode next week. Big vacation for us. Yay.
We get to go over the Game Awards and how DLC could have been a thing before, maybe?
There's other things I want to take up with that. Like, if you look at some of the categories, it just doesn't make sense. Action has like 2 hack slashes and an FPS in it. It's like, why don't they just make categories like what we call them?
There was another game people were trying to tell me got snubbed from like all categories, and I'm blanking on what it was. Um, Christ, I just had it too. Somebody else rooted in semi controversy. I don't remember who.
I mean,
I know,
someone asked me. Oh,
Stellar
go
Blade or Helldiver should have got that last game of the year slot.
yeah. Someone asked me a very big question. It's like, if it wasn't for the fact of the game announcements, would we even be watching the VGAs?
I think we would. I think it's cool that we had something in gaming. Um, once G4 kind of offed itself twice, we kind of lost the focus. I do think, hey, give the people who are winning the stuff longer times to speak. Like
Yeah,
the celebrity guests are cool, the reveals are cool, but like those guys came all the way out there, and some of them are happy just to be nominated. If they won, don't. It's not the Emmys. Don't hit them with the wrap it up music, especially for. I don't even know if they're televised anymore. Um, and honestly, as much as Comedy Central goes over and under on shit all the time and no one ever says anything to them, I'm like, I feel like it should be fine.
I really don't care how good of friends he is with Hideo Kojima every year. Like, I just don't.
Like, I didn't even clock that. So does Kojima just show up, or does he actually have things to show off?
Like, he has two games that are coming out, but it's like every year, the final thing right before the game of the year that night is, here's my best friend, Hideo Kojima. What's he working on? It's like, dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the 5-10 minutes you take to kiss his butt. Well, those 5 or 10 minutes could have been used to let the devs talk, especially the one where like the guy was trying to tell people about the ones people that passed away during development of that game,
Yeah.
and then just tried to play him off. It's like, no.
At least they got the Bill Clinton kid on blacklist, so we don't have to worry about him again.
They had like dudes in knight armor surrounding the stage last year. I wonder what we got this time.
Well, last year he apparently he got in, and then he posted a tweet. He's like, "We're back at it," and then 5 minutes later there was a tweet with him holding the paper outside. He's like, "I got trespassed. What the fuck?" They do. They're not playing with you this year.
Nah. But all right, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We will do a doubleheader. Uh, everything we got else going on. I know Tafari's got a countdown clock and about 5 different clocks to let him know when it's time to go see Sonic 3.
Dude, that's the thing. My family wants me to come down on the 19th, so I'm like, I want to get tickets Friday, but I'm like, am I even gonna be here to get them? Is the question. And Cinemark has been very great the last couple movies on posters, so I'm like, I really don't want to miss out on that.
I mean, do you have to drive down or fly down?
Fly down, so I would be leaving 19th, get back the 23rd, but I'm just like, by the time I get back, it's usually by the time all the cool shit is gone from our local theater, even though we live in the boonies, and I don't want to do that to myself.
Tell them you'll fly down the 20th.
Maybe, man, I might have to do that because my siblings want to go see it too. I'm trying to see if the people who invited me to Transformers and Agatha are doing an early screening. Because if so, if I can pull that off, they usually have cool shit there, and that will be my ultimate grab.
Oh, yeah. No. Most stuff. As for me, still playing Mech Warrior.
Finally done with The Incredibles, I may move on to Budokai 3 for the walk and talk streams. Follow me on Twitch at this name.
Okay, so question: Budokai, or Tenkaichi Budokai?
Uh,
There is a difference.
Yeah, OG Budokai 3 just because the 20th anniversary passed. That was the whole goal of this all the anniversary content I do was to like bring up the game and then be able to play it on stream. It's just technology and budgets has been a thing. But now that I have the walking pad and have figured out how to rig a old console to a newer computer and television, I'm back. I'm in there.
Good old TV cards.
TV cards and Walmart with the HDMI converter, or vice versa if you want to do that for some reason. I saw somebody play Fallout 5 on a like 1960s TV.
Yeah, I saw that the round television.
Yeah, so they sell those at Walmart. You like $10 to $15. You can get a VGA to HDMI converter or a HDMI to VGA converter.
There we go. All right, guys. We will see you next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. Later.
Peace.